Okay guys, I'm just going to do another update here on my progress, focusing on the radio. So I have the Tyrannus Plus from FrySky with an 8-channel receiver. And at this point, I'm pleased to find out that I was able to actually get everything connected to this 8-channel receiver without having to add another channel. What I did was I connected my power source. I wired it into the flaps channel, so I got the power through there, and then I have the brakes in my channel 8, and I have some stuff mixed together. So just kind of go through here and show you real quick. So this is the pitot, which doesn't look as nice as the stock pitot, but this is a functional pitot tube, so I actually can get this airspeed when I'm flying. And I'll probably mess with that a little bit more and maybe get that to look a little better. In terms of the flaps, I have these set up right now, so I can function right now with just the flaps.
Flaps half.
So that's half flaps. Let me get a different position here. That's the half flaps, and then full flaps there. So half, and then full.
Flaps
up. Okay, and then with the flip of one of my switches here,
camber,
which I have to relabel the name on it, but now when I go to half, I actually get the leading edge slats to come on. So pretty cool. And then I can still go to full if I want there.
flaps half.
Back to half, and then if I go back up, the slats go in. So I'll turn that switch back off, and now I just have flaps again.
Half.
So kind of cool.
Half. Flaps
So that's that, and then I got the air brakes connected up, and the radio allows me to change the speed. So you can see they don't just slap open, slap close. So it's kind of cool. So that's that. Radio-wise, what else do I got going on? I guess that's really pretty much it. Of course, you've already seen this gear function, so I'm not going to go through showing you how cool the gear are. I did set the throws on the elevators and ailerons and the flaps according to the manual, including the elevators I have with, I think 3 millimeters of down is what the manual called, 2 to 3 millimeters. I put mine at 3 millimeters down. I use the CG based upon the manual, which basically has it right there at that white flashing strobe. And if you go down to the sides, it puts it right at this panel right here, right in front of the panel is basically where I kind of determined lines up with the light for the CG. So I've got that figured out. And then thanks to Desert Fox, he sent me a private message about getting these LEDs to be alternating. I had seen that before, but I didn't know why mine weren't, even though I tried different ports. There was one particular port that when I moved this back red or orange, whatever color it is, when I moved it to that one particular port for flashing, it actually allowed for this alternating pattern. It was only one port that allowed that to happen, so you have to kind of explore that. And then I still got to figure out these nav lights. I don't think from my look, I can't see that there's a individual wire coming up like there are for these other LEDs. They must be wired through the PCB board with the the wing electronics. So I guess I'm going to have to go out to the wing, hopefully find there must be a plug just for the LEDs, and I'll have to bring that up separately in order to get those nav lights to stop flashing, because that doesn't look right. So that's that. Let me just pull this open real quick here, show you. I got to clean this up, of course. The wiring is still a bit of a mess, but I've got my telemetry here for power monitoring, and that's for the pitot tube measurement of air pressure. And then here, here's my 8 channels, as I described, where I'm wiring the power into the flaps, and then the remaining 8 channels that are there. So that's kind of where we're at. Hopefully you find that to be a little bit helpful for those of you who have a Tyrannus, or just in general I'm wondering about the channels and potential ways in which you can use 8 channels versus 9 channels. It's possible. In my case, I have 8 channels and I'm able to get everything connected and hooked up properly. So that's where we're at. Thanks for watching.